All right, I've been having a little bit of trouble with my internet. It wouldn't let me go live for a while. But now it is. I'm going to fix that camera a little bit. It's kind of cockeyed. All right, there we go. All right, the Delphi case really blowing up a lot of theories out there. Hello, Connor Waynes. But why don't we listen close to what Sheriff Carter uh, was talking about. Let me see if you can hear this. Hold on.
We believe you are hiding in plain sight. For more than 2 years, you never thought we would shift gears to a different investigative strategy, but we have. We likely have interviewed you or someone close to you. We know that this is about power to you.
All right. Now, he says they might have interviewed him already, right? But the key thing here is it's about power to him. All right. That's a key thing. This is about power. Now, Richard Allen really don't seem to be somebody that uh, would be a powerful person. All right, let's listen a little bit more.
And you want to know what we know. And one day, you will.
All right, so he's saying to this guy or somebody that it's about power. And this person wants to know what the police knows. Okay? And one day you will know what we know. So that can go a couple ways. Meaning the day they know that this guy will be arrested, then he'll know what the police know. When they come to arrest him, he will know then what the police know, that he was the killer. Now, it could go the other way too. He could be talking to a serial killer. He could be talking to a group of people, maybe. We don't know. Let's continue.
A question to you. What will those closest to you think of when they find out that you brutally murdered 2 little girls?
Okay, what will people think of you when they find this out? Well, that is telling me that this person they know is sitting in a powerful place or has he's either famous somehow or maybe thinks he's famous or whatever. He could be talking to Richard Allen himself. Richard Allen did work at CVS with people's medication, whatever. He might have felt like a bigwig. Who knows? For all we know, folks, he was stealing medication from CVS and giving it to meth people to use to make meth or whatever. We don't know, right? It's possible. Anything is possible in a murder case. Let's see what else he's got to say. Now, these are just my theories.
2 children. Only a coward would do such a thing.
All right. Only a coward would do such a thing. So he's talking to somebody. To me, he's talking to somebody that has authority or knows something. Hello, Debbie Fox. Or maybe it's hard to tell. To me, it seems like, you know, I don't see Richard Allen being arrested and everybody going, oh my God, it was Richard Allen. You know, you remember that? Oh my God, so powerful. You know, I don't know. Could be. Then he might be talking to somebody else higher up. Uh, who knows? With all the theories that are going around in this case, the meth thing is plausible. Yeah, to cook meth, you need certain drugs, antihistamines or whatever, and it very well possible, right? He was the one supplying the cooks with medicine. It could have been that way. And anything is possible, right? Let's see what else he's got to say. And let me keep this in mind with you folks. There has been a problem out here with meth and clubs and prostitution. These organizations. I mean, I'm out here on the outskirts, and it's not a lie. It's been in the paper out here numerous times of these clubs and gangs and people getting busted and women getting kidnapped and used in these clubs for prostitution and all kinds of stuff. So I can't say that it's not plausible, because it very well is. I'm witness to the news reports and the newspapers. All right, let's go on and see what else he's got to say. Can you guys hear him talking? Debbie, can you hear the guy, to Sheriff Carter, talking?
Marks. But today is different because I do not want there to be any confusion or ambiguity with what I will say. Today is not a day to celebrate.
Can you
But
hear
the
it now?
arrest of Richard M. Allen of Delphi on 2 counts of murder is sure a major step in leading to the conclusion of this long-term and complex investigation.
Okay. He said that they arrested Richard Allen on this of a long investigation, ongoing investigation, and it's a step towards the case, right? Of solving the case.
Welcome back to another episode of
Oh, hold on a minute.
Interested in hearing her perspective.
All right, now let's jump forward to the interview with the other police officers. The one guy that was actually a suspect in the case, I forget his name. He wore the brown uniform, bald-headed guy, had the mustache. Everyone, when in the beginning of this case, when the video came out, who was the first suspect? Well, it was one of these people, but it was also the sheriff. Okay, so let's go to the interview with him, and he's with another guy that's a Indiana State Police, and he looks like Doug Carter. Could be his twin, if Doug Carter had, or if this guy had glasses on him. So let's listen to what they have to say.
Station officer from the Lafayette Post, Steve Mullen, Delphi Police Department.
Steve Mullen.
Chief of Police. Topola, as in Big Hill County
And Topola.
Sheriff.
Basically, we're gonna make this, it's gonna be short and sweet. We don't have that much at this point in time. Basically, what we've got, we have found two bodies. Is that the Sugar Creek? Deer Creek, sorry. In Deer Creek, about a mile east of town. We are investigating this as a crime scene. We suspect foul play. We have not made positive identification of.
Okay, they found two bodies at Deer Creek that they were investigating, but they did not have positive identification yet. Well, they've been out there searching for the half the night the day before. You find two bodies there. That's kind of suspicious, right? Because if they weren't there the first night and everyone said they checked that area, and then you got two bodies that show up the next day in that area, would it be that they would check to see if it actually was the girls or not? Do you know what I'm saying? Why would they have to check and see as an identification to see if it was the girls or not? Right? I mean, that's food to thought there. If they know there's two girls missing there, and they search that area that night, they're not there. They go back, they're found. Was it even the two girls they were looking for? Maybe that's what they were thinking. That's why they didn't know exactly if it was them or not. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they had photos of the kids. They would have been able to tell, these are the girls. We found the girls, but they're not saying that. They're saying that they don't have positive identity. They found two girls, but they were not sure that it was the girls they were looking for. What does that tell you about that area down there? I don't know. Let's keep listening.
Of the two bodies, so we're not going to be releasing any information on them at this point in time. We've got the Indiana State Police is assisting the Carroll County Sheriff's Department and the Delphi City Police Department in the investigation here. We also have the FBI Crime Scene Investigation Group here out of Indianapolis. And
okay, now he said he had the crime force of the FBI there, and they are assisting on the case. So all this stuff, people saying, why don't the FBI come in? Why don't the FBI come in? The FBI was already out there because they were already out there investigating other murders that were in that area. So they were already out there, and that's why I imagine the FBI came in, because maybe these murders that were around that area, there was some kind of a lake somewhere, something maybe, I don't know. Right? So let's listen a little bit more.
one thing the family asked us to do is to thank all the communities around Delphi and the people here in Delphi for assisting in attempting to locate these the two young children that were missing earlier. They just wanted to say thank you to those people, and thank you. They just wanted to express their gratitude for the hard work that was done in helping search for these children.
Has the search been called off for these two kids?
Not officially, because we have not positively identified the bodies at this point.
All right. They found two girls at the creek. The reporter just asked, did you call this search off yet on the two girls that you were originally looking for, Abby and Libby? And he said, no, we have not called the search off yet, because they weren't sure if it was Abby and Libby, or if it, or if it might not have been.
The following day, The Indiana police released a photo of a man who had been on the trail around the same time as the girls. They didn't release any other information about the man, but asked the public for any tips to his identity. The public responds with hundreds of tips, naming.
Okay, so that was right then after all them coming out with this. They didn't release it right away. It was a while before that video came out of Bridge Guy. So the police are saying very interesting. Let's listen to this report a little more. Connor, you are exactly right. Them are very fresh bodies. The crime scene would have been very, very fresh. This was like an O.J. Simpson case. The crime scene was very fresh, and that also was compromised with people going through it before the police even got there. So, and this is another situation with the crime scene. Is the same thing as the O.J. Simpson case. The crime scene probably was compromised with all the searchers there that weren't really legit police searchmen, legit search teams at first. Now, here's another thing. The police are claiming that they tried to contact the girls that night on their phone, but their phones were turned off. Either the battery was dead or the phones were turned off. So we had reports of the girl's phone pinging that night around town. That night, late at night, pinging around town. So could someone have found the girls but swayed the search team away, telling them, no, we searched that area already, and people didn't go back there to search until the next morning? That would have gave that guy the whole night, or the killers the whole night, to tamper with the phone. Well, heck, if the girls weren't there, maybe they had the phone. Who knows? We don't know. So why are the police saying that they tried to contact the girls that night but got no signal? Either the phone was shut off or the battery was completely dead. But yet we have these YouTubers out there saying that the phone pinged all over town that night real late. Something ain't adding up here.
And worked as a pharmacy technician in a local CVS. Both the Williams and German families had been serviced by Richard in the time following normal enough to those around him, but to others he was a longtime friend. When Allen's arrest was made public, people quickly found pictures he had taken and posted on social media, standing in front of the police sketch of the killer. For years, Allen had been surrounded by memorials of the girls and had put up wanted posters depicting his own face. And for years, he got away with it. But it's almost nonsensical.
It is kind of fishy to me. This guy is the murderer, they're saying. He's so brazen. If he was the killer, so much time went by. After the first year or two or three, and you don't get a knock at the door by the police, and you know you're the killer of these two girls, and it's just a matter of time, don't you run? don't you pack up and you boot scoop boogie out of there? I mean, I know a lot of these people, once they got wind, they were looking for a lot of these people. They started boot scooting boogie out of Indiana. What made him stick around for 7 years and then call the police and tell them, hey, I was the dude on the bridge? That is kind of weird. It really is. So we have the police admitting that the phones were shut off or the batteries were dead. But then we have videos out there saying that the phones were going off, pinging off of the towers late at night. Someone ain't telling the truth in this case. Could Richard Allen be the guy? It's possible. From that blurry photo or that everyone is seeing, could you pick out Richard Allen and send him to his death and say that's the guy? To be honest, I can't. Not without clearer footage. Not without them coming out and say the DNA matched. Right? He was there or he touched them girls somehow. Right? Somehow he's connected. Either he found the girls and got spooked and left. Right? Is it possible he was out there walking, just killing time, and stumbled upon the girls? You know, and no, I don't think so. And then left? No, because then he was on video. Maybe, possibly. Maybe there was already somebody waiting with the girls at the end of the bridge. And they were just waiting for the slash man to come. Whoever bridge guy was could be very well possibly the slasher. They had the girls contained. And they were waiting for the person to come and do the job, maybe. Who knows? But unless they release new video of a crystal clear photo up close to where we can say, that's Richard Allen, can we really send him to his death? Now they need to come out and say, we got DNA and we also have found clothes of the girls and phones and other hot phones and stuff. And he was there. He might not have done the killings, but he was there. He was one of the people. And I've always said, pay attention to the guy's gait, because if you're going off of the video and the photos that have been photo-opted or whatever these people have done to the photos, you can't tell who. It looks like 4 or 5 different people. It looks like Ron Logan one day. The next day, it looks like Richard Allen. The next day, it looks like Chadwell. The next day, it looks like S.H. The next day, it looks like Brian Holder. It just goes on and on and on. So one of these YouTubers was monkeying with us and putting photoed out information out. Now, like I said, there is a problem with drugs down there. So, like Connor Loins was saying, it's possible Richard Allen was a part of this organization or gang or club or whatever. It might have been supplying them with amphetamine or whatever it is to make meth possible, or just getting medication, opioids that'll get you stoned. Maybe someone, we don't know yet. We'll have to wait to see what goes on in court. We'll have to see. But like I said, I think we're on to these people. These people have been up here. They have family members up here. You know, stalkers, hackers, crazy men. That's why America is taking on the saying, shoot, shoot first and ask questions later. And I don't blame them. I mean, this is nuts. This is really nuts. Uh, and here's a case where the sheriff, was a suspect. Are you kidding me? What YouTuber did that? How did these people get into that? Where they accused the sheriff of being bridge guy? Somebody had a beef somewhere with either the family or these police or the justice system down there, and they pulled a fast one. And either these girls were killed out of either some kind of a rape or maybe one of them was SA'd. Here is the really crazy thing. These girls knew Richard Allen's daughter and was at his house before. They went to school together and they knew each other. So is it possible the girls were being SA'd? I don't know. It could be. It could be. Could it be the girls had a boyfriend and they were, and they could have been. Very possible. Very, very possible. So, like I said, folks, be careful on YouTube. These people have been sending spies, espionage. They're attacking people on YouTube over this case and other things. It is very devious. They're luring people. They're trying to get photos. They're blackmailing people. They're doing all. These people are complete nut jobs. It's everything the government was probably telling the truth about. Nobody really wanted to believe them. Now people are dropping like flies in the government, and everyone now is going, oh, yeah, I guess it is a problem. So, and we all get lured. We all get used, folks. We're starting to learn that out through these YouTube channels where these people, they thought they knew, can trust, whatever, do bad things just for power or whatever. It's crazy. Jealousy or whatever, So, and these YouTubers we are finding now that are within the crime community, and everyone thought, well, they're great people and are actually the people that created the leak, this whole mess. Is there a chance Richard Allen goes free under complications or whatever, or obstruction of justice, or the case is tainted? It's possible. It's possible. I would imagine maybe Supreme Court would step in then and say, no, we got to get this into court. And if it ain't him, well, they're going to be paying millions and millions, right? If he didn't have anything to do with it, I think they would have released them, just on the pure thing of they arrested somebody unjustly. He was innocent. They threw him in jail. He went crazy. It's not him. They would have released them because they know there'd be millions involved. The city or the town or whatever, the police state would get sued. And you know what? I'm tired of the state spending my money in paying people because of mistakes, right? So yeah, I think something fishy going on. I mean, I hate to say it, something ain't right here, and you know what? I haven't heard anything on the news. about anyone committing suicide that leaked photos in the case. I haven't seen it on the news. So don't you think that would be big news and it would be all over Indiana news, folks? The case was on the channel. They did cover it on local channels. But lately, I haven't heard nothing, and I haven't heard nothing about this suicide that the leaker of the photos did. I would imagine they come up with that story because he's probably, what do they do with leakers? Well, government leakers. They hide him. He died. And then they kill him and they hide him, and what do? They protect him. It might be the same thing here. I haven't seen nothing on the news, folks, and I think that would be on the news if this was the truth. This would have been something in the case, and we haven't seen it on the news. You'd think that the news would have came out and said breaking thing in the news, right? Photos were leaked from this and that. This guy took his life. And, we haven't seen nothing. Nothing in the papers. Nothing. So who do you believe? A bunch of people that are making leaks and lies for views and subs? You know what's really funny with these people? You folks are going off power of suggestion. You're believing a fake document that someone says that this is real. You're believing fake documents that are made that people are saying, well, let's read this. All along, that documentation that they're reading was already put out to deceive the people, from whether it be government, prosecution, or YouTubers. And you folk are believing that it's written in blood. And I don't work that way. I don't believe everything I see that I could read, because I know that fake documentations have been made throughout history, even in the crime world, politics, everything. You will not see the proof, the real proof that we can say that's the truth. You won't see that until this case goes into court. Then you will see the real proof that the state has against these people. Till then, we can make our assumptions, our theories. We can believe that it was Ronald McDonald and the Seven Dwarfs. But the truth is, we're not going to find out the truth until it goes into court and it comes out in court. So let's check chat. Connor says, beware of the Delphi after dark, especially. Yeah, we just don't know, folks, if we could believe that this could have been all fabricated to lead every one of you people away from Richard Allen or the real killer or killers. Now, the way these guys on YouTube have been cracking and crying, I've seen a couple of them literally in tears and begging for other people to help them or whatever, right? Something ain't right there. Something. Some of these people, either they're full of crap, or these are the dudes that started this whole mess, right? No, I could see the police releasing a video if they needed help, but why would they release a video that you can't even tell who it is? You would have to see the full video of that dude actually walking up to the girls, a foot away from them, 2 foot away from them, to actually see a clear photo. or video of the guy to say that's Richard Allen. Right? Now we got sketches out there, 4 sketches that we've seen. Them sketches have been out for years and years and years. All 4 of them. 2 of them look similar, some people are saying. Well, Richard Allen and Jimmy Duvall look the same. Right? I'm just saying. Right? We're not sure. The other 2 sketches look like 2 other guys. Maybe. Maybe all 4 sketches are the same guy, but throughout his psychological, crazy brain, the guy morphs into different men. We got the interview of the girl that says that she ran into the bridge guy or somebody on the bridge that day, but she's 5'7", and she said she came up to the guy's shoulder. So that means this guy was 5'10" at least, if not 5'11" or so, right? 5'10", 5'9". If he's a couple of, if she was 5'7" and she said she came up, her head came up to the top of his shoulders, well, he's got to be 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, skinny build. I mean, we don't know yet. The weapon, Richard Allen had a weapon. Is it his caliber? I don't know. How many times has Richard Allen been out to the bridge? Does he go out there to get away from everything and shoot his weapon? Has he been there before the crime? I mean, I've heard it's a place where everybody goes fishing, hunting, partying, cooking meth. Right? Were they making a meth delivery and the girls got caught in between it? We don't know. A pill drop off, maybe. We don't know. I'm just keeping an open mind. Right? I can't positively 100% say it's Richard Allen. Does he move like Richard Allen? A little bit. He looks a little bit taller than Richard Allen. Bridge guy looks taller than 5'4". Richard Allen looks taller, or I don't know. I'm guessing bridge guy's got to be 5'6", 5, anywhere between 5'6", 5'10". I don't know. Maybe it is 5'4", 5'6", or whatever. But we can't really see the face. So what do you go off of? Body movement and the way the guy walks. That will solve the crime. If we can get Richard Allen to walk down the bridge and film him and put dots on him and run him through a computer program that will show exactly the stride, the gait of bridge guy, and then compare it to Richard Allen, we'd do the same thing with Chadwell, Brad Chadwell, or whatever his name is. And we would do the same with other suspects, Brian Holder, the rest of these guys, right? Of this crew, club, gang, biker club, MC, whatever, Odins, whoever they are, pagans, whatever these people are saying it is. If we can't see the face and we can't get 100% face recognition on it, the only thing we got is body, weight, his structure, the way he carries himself, his gait. That's the only thing we got. Unless they come out and give us some more footage, clearer, they clean it up, run it again. How close did he get to the girls before the phone shuts off or before the phone gets put in the pocket? Did she keep the phone going and the guy's a foot away from him and she's got it on camera? We don't know. They want us to solve a crime, but they're giving us a video of a guy walking 50 feet away, 100 feet away, whatever. It's impossible. The only thing you got is the way that guy is walking down the bridge. They should have never did nothing to the bridge. Hopefully they didn't tear it down. Hopefully that bridge is capable of having someone walk down it. And if I was running the show, I'd say bring them out there, set up the cameras and the computers, and walk them down the bridge. Dress them in that stuff, walk them down the bridge, and let's see if we got our guy. I think Bridge Guy had a problem with his right leg. Now, we don't know if they reversed the footage. Now, if that guy had a problem with his right leg, that right leg has become his left leg. We don't know what these YouTubers have done to the footage. We don't know if that guy's coming from the south or from the east or from the north or the west. The only thing you can go off is the shadow that's being casted onto the railroad tracks. But other than that, you'd have to use trees behind him to try and locate exactly what way he was coming from, what time of day it was by the shadow on the ground. Shadows on his face would tell you what time it is and what way he was walking. Either he was walking against the sun or the sun was in his face. So there's numerous things to go through. Connor Loin says, to me, it looks like Bridge Guy has a thick brown mustache. That is true. That is true. And they're putting up Ron Logan's face against it. They're putting up everybody. Could Ron Logan be the killer? I don't know. To do it himself? No. It's just too risky. On his property there, he would have to be a nut job. He would have had to have help. Being as old as he is, yeah, the voice don't match. Could he have been there? He could have. He could have. But he's not the voice that we're hearing that they're giving us to listen to. That's not Ron Logan. And if you really want me to tell you the truth, the one footage we are seeing a Bridge Guy coming down don't look like Richard Allen. It just don't look like Richard Allen. And there's photos of Richard Allen before the murders. And there's photos of him after it. If you're really asking me, it don't look like Richard Allen. Why? Because somebody has either tampered with that footage or it's not him. But yeah, Bridge Guy, I remember seeing the photo of Bridge Guy and he had glasses on and a thick mustache. Well, who has glasses and a thick mustache? Ron Logan. But then if you look at it the next day, when people are looking at it, it's like a totally different photo. Then they're like, oh, well, this looks like maybe it could be this guy. And they do things to it, right? Overlap it, compare it. Here's one thing that was a key. The girls said on that recording, supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but one of the girls asked the other one, is that freaky looking guy following us again? Does Richard Allen really look like a freak? No. Would you label Richard Allen a freak if you would have walked into CVS and he was standing behind the counter? Not really. What was the freak about Bridge Guy? Was it his appearance, his markings, the way he looked? That's another. I mean, I keep an open mind, right? If you look at Richard Allen, you wouldn't say, well, that dude looks like a freak. Not really, in my opinion. Now, there had to be something about the guy that was either airy or kind of freaky that they would say, oh my God, that dude's a freak. And usually what these people call as a freak is somebody that looks totally different than everybody else, whether it be numerous things. It could be a tattoo on the face. It could be a giant earring. It could be a nose piercing. It could be a defect in the face. Oh my God, the guy looks freakish. Well, if I walked into CVS and Richard Allen was standing behind the counter, I wouldn't say he looks like a freak, but that's to each to their own. Someone might look at him and say, he's freakish. Yeah, he does look like a normal dude, and he did look like a normal dude before his apprehension and all this crap, right? And the bar footage, like people have showed the bar footage of him jumping all over the place, and everyone going, "Oh my God, look at him, he's crazy." That's baby crap. If you went out to the bar with some of the dudes I've hung out with, that jumping around the bar like that, playing pool, baby crap. You go out with some dudes I drank with, it's just a nut. It's just a good time and people just getting wild. I mean, not crazy, but doing stupid stuff. I don't know. I'm not leaning towards he's not guilty, but I can't say with the evidence they're giving us that he's 100% bridge guy. They got to give me something else. They got to give me something else. I need footage of up close, right? We're not going to get it. This is what we got to work with. I'm not going off of a face because the photos that are on the internet have been tampered with. The only thing we got is the way that guy is walking down the bridge. That's the only thing we got for sure, is the way his stance, the way he walks, the way he talks, and any defects in his walk. That's the only thing we really got, in my opinion, unless they got DNA. Unless they got clothes at his house, unless they got evidence that says that it was this guy, then lay it on me, Mr. Carter, please. I'm dying to get this case over with, really. If so be it. If that's it, and he is the guy, then why don't the police come out and say, hey, listen, we got a DNA hit on Richard Allen, and we got this and we got that. And I think Doug Carter is saying that to us. We just don't want to hear it. I think Doug Carter is saying that to us. Listen, we got one of these guys. If it was him alone, we got him, right? They're not going to show you all their eggs and biscuits and goodies and cheese and sausage until the court. But Doug Carter has left some clues that this is an ongoing case, and they are investigating other people's tips and other things. They've already made numerous arrests of people down there that are nut jobs. Kurtz, Klein, Chadwell. The list goes on and on down there. They've been putting away people. It could be some kitty, the Klein. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, it is a head twister. And yeah. It's kind of weird. Like I said, it could be Richard Allen, but I can't say 100% sure without seeing a clearer video. So the only thing we could do is get footage of him walking. I wish we can walk him down the bridge. I really do. But now he's lost weight. He's probably hip to everything now. I wonder if he's been watching crap in prison about this. Right? I went with Chadwell because I seen Chadwell stride. Chadwell's the same height as they were given in the first bridge guy description. He had this similar face. He was picked up before for crazy stuff like that. He also did videos stating that he used to live underneath the bridge there and stay there. Heck, I think there was even footage of him swimming in the creek there one time and telling people he could do it because that's what he does or because he can or something like that. Right? Possible. Chadwell. Right? He does have that limp on that right leg. So, yeah, he did have the shoulders structure. He also had the stance. There's photos of him with his both hands in his pocket. Both pockets. I went with Chadwell. I might be wrong. If he ain't bridge guy, he's voice guy. I got 4 people lined out. I got 4 or 5 irons in the fire pit. Very possible people that could be voice guy. Bridge guy, I don't know. I went with Chadwell or SH as bridge guy. It could be Holder. It could be any of these dudes. Power of suggestion. I mean, that's what they've been doing. It could be any of them. We'll find out who really is involved when this baby gets in court. FBI takes over. Well, they might solve it, right? The FBI might know something already that we don't know. Folks, we could be looking at a group. These folks, now I'm going to shock you people. A couple of these guys could have been talking to Kohlberger. Heck, where was Kohlberger on February 13th, 2017? Right? Kohlberger's another guy, loves knives. Richard Allen loves knives, guns. Maybe these guys were communicating. Maybe it's everything the government said. Big ring. I think we know who it is. We've been attacked by these YouTubers. This channel is always getting attacked by these people that we don't agree with. Do I know if any of these people are the killers? No. I'm only going on assumptions of what I can see with my eyes and people that act like they could be or act like they're hiding something, which is in body language. Twitching of the eyes, automatically going into a furious rage. Body signs that will tell you if somebody's telling the truth or they're nervous. And we've seen a couple of these YouTubers do that. And, everyone gets nervous. But some people do it differently and they send a signal off. It's a tactic that CIA and FBI use to tell if somebody's telling the truth. They might blink their eyes a lot. They might touch their nose or face when they're lying. I mean, these are things that are real, right? They might start breathing heavy. They might start when they're being questioned about something, right? We don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm just like the rest of you folks. I'm just a couch potato investigator. Now, I want to thank everyone for stopping in, but I think a lot of the clues were out there. I think Indiana has a problem down there, and I think they're doing their best to try and figure it out. Uh, do I really think a police officer would kill two girls? Man, I don't. I would want to think no, but it's possible. It's possible, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. It would have to be something sick. Either the cop was doing something he shouldn't have been doing, or maybe someone pissed him off, or maybe wind got to some. I don't know. Usually, when you find these people with these organizations, secret societies, whatever, they have their own people within the police force and government that either direct the people away from what they want, or they're protecting someone or something. It happens. Corruption is everywhere. All right, I'm going to get off this thing because I might do a fire video here soon. Maybe. And I'm going to give this Delphi thing a rest for tonight. And I just believe that I wish we can walk Richard Allen down the bridge. I wish we can walk Chadwell down the bridge. I wish we can walk a bunch of these people that are so-called suspects or have been questioned in the case. I wish we can hear all the video, the recording, right? And a lot of people are getting upset because people want to see the photos. Well, believe it or not, folks, if this goes to court and we can finally get it into court, you're probably going to see crime scene photos. And the proof will be in the crime scene photos. If these YouTubers were lying, or if they had an inside scoop to the case, and they profited and benefited their YouTube channels off of this information. They might have even sent people on a wild goose chase so they could be the hero at the end. So, I don't know. But I want to thank everyone for stopping in. Trump, Debbie Fox, Paige Turner, Connor Loins. And I think that's pretty much it with whoever stopped in. And you folks have your own opinions and theories on this case. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to believe me at all. Not at all. I'm not going to get mad if you think it's Ron Logan. If you think it's somebody, you have the right to believe whoever it is. Heck, I've seen videos where people are saying it's Sleuth Interition or whatever that dude's name is, the sleuth that Greeno was talking about, or, who knows? Who knows? Now, Greeno didn't say that, but I guess Greeno's friends with the guy, some sleuth channel or something, Sleuth Integrity, or I don't know.